We're gonna stand on top with our hands in the sky. Gonna raise our cup to the stadium lights.
For Dog Pound Incorporated, the biggest win, his first win. Gutierrez wins the Indianapolis 250.
We celebrate with the city tonight. Hear the hometown cheer, it's the ultimate high.
And your 2023 Haas IndyCar Series champion is Lona Lona in the 00.
The longest running series on the channel is finally back for its 9th full-time season. It's the Haas IndyCar Series, and we are here to open up its 2024 campaign and a track that we've not seen in a good minute. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to race number 1 of the 2024 Haas IndyCar Series season. It's the Florida 100 from the Homestead-Miami Speedway. What's going on, everybody? Caleb here, and welcome to the Florida 100 here at the Homestead-Miami Speedway. We're here under a moonlit night in South Florida to open up the 9th season of the Haas IndyCar Series. It's been run by AG himself since 2014, and I am honored to be able to take up the reins of it, and I'm really excited to see what we will get into this season. Got a couple of changes, of course, but even still, it's the Haas IndyCar Series that we all know and love. This, like I said, season will have a little bit of changes. We're going back up in race count. We're up from 16 last season to 20. And we're even extending the field a little bit from 26 to 30 full-time entries for this season. So a lot more competition than what we're used to in most cases, but definitely going to make things a lot more interesting. I'm really excited to see how the season goes, and being the first race and all, this is going to set the foundation for the rest of the season, and I have a feeling this is going to be a good one here. Hoping to start the season out with a bang here. But before we get into the nitty-gritty, got a couple of things, a couple of headlines to potentially go over. I guess starting with, like I said, we have a couple new race slots on the calendar. I'm sure you all have seen the schedule by now, and got a couple new tracks on the schedule. Of course, here at the Homestead-Miami Speedway, haven't seen this track on the calendar since 2016, I believe. So going to be a new challenge for these drivers that some of them probably have not tackled before. We've also got tracks like Iowa and Nazareth coming to the schedule. Canadian Tire Motorsports Park making a return. And of course, we got some new teams to look out for. Of course, you've got a lot of the favorites returning, such as Otter Island Motorsports, NS Racing. You know, all those guys, Dog Pound Incorporated. And then you got a couple of new teams throwing their hat in the ring. Some notable examples are Appalachian Motorsports, BO Racing, Scuderia Team Velocistar, Vision Motorsports, Web Racing Enterprises, amongst others. Like I said, the competition this season's going to be intense, and I think the action on track's going to be even more intense this season. This has got the makings for a good season, I think. But before we get these guys underway, we'll take a quick look at your pole sitter. That's Bruno Giacomo, and the number 24 for Nathan Orman Motorsports. Giacomo getting off to a really good start of the year. Won the Mellow Yellow Smooth Fest for Trinity River Racing over in the Wawa Cup Series. And got Homestead coming up as well in the Wawa Cup Series. Keep an eye out for that. That's a good one. Have to see what he can do there. But starting on pole here at Homestead, we'll just have to see how he ends up as this race goes on. But hey, I think it's about time we get these guys rolling. here from the Homestead-Miami Speedway. As these guys start rolling off here, we'll take a quick glance at your starting lineup for tonight's event. As aforementioned on the pole, it's the number 24 of Bruno Giacomo, starting alongside the number 79 of Trey Smith. Moving over to that Otter Island Motorsports organization. Going to be an interesting season for him. Has 4 wins so far in his IndyCar Series career. And it's come close to a championship on a couple occasions, and I'm sure he'd definitely like to try to get one this season. Row number 2, we find the number 97 of Aaron Abel, staying in that NS Racing 97. Starting alongside your defending champion, Luna Lona, switching over to a brand new team, the 16 for Scuderia Team Velocity. Going to be interesting to see what Lona and that team in general will do this season. Row number 3, we find another new team, that's Vision Motorsports. Number 23, the driver John Stewart in that ride. He's starting alongside another rookie. That is the number 59 of Dylan Matthews, driving for Appalachia Motorsports Porsche. Row number 4, we find the 13 of Max Anderson, starting alongside the number 20 of Avery Alford. And rounding out the top 10 here, we find the number 33 of Arda Baranowskis, starting alongside the number 88 of Nicholas Sabadio. Moving over to that new team, Webb Racing Enterprises, after Ratton Motorsports shut down. Going to be interesting to see what Mr. Edge can do in that brand new car this season, but the rest of the starting lineup will be displayed on the left-hand side of your screen. It's about the race info. It'll be a 67-lap race here tonight. Got 30 full-time entries in here, and we should have a pit stop about midway through round lap 36 to 40 if this thing stays green. Pit cycle is going to be really interesting here, because especially with these Indy cars, you know Homestead-Miami Speedway's got an aggressive pit lane entry and exit. These guys will definitely have to be careful once that green flag cycle comes around. But coming off of turn number 4, pace car is going to pull off, and it's going to be Bruno Giacomo and Trey Smith who's going to lead us to the green flag. The 2024 Haas IndyCar Series is green here at the Homestead-Miami Speedway. Coming off at turn number 4, first lap of the evening is going to be led by the number 24 of Bruno Giacomo. He's got John Stewart in the 23 behind him, Aaron Abel and Trey Smith on that outside lane, falling back a little bit. It's going to be a pretty interesting race to watch unfold, because while all the tires are still fresh, the grip is going to be high, and everyone's going to be able to run close to each other. But as the tires start to fall off a little bit, we should start seeing the pack potentially spread out just a little bit. But right now, it's when everyone's antsy, everyone's close together, and everyone's got all the grip. So as the early stages, once the tires are fresh, this is when the potential for a wreck could happen. But John Stewart kind of getting out to a little bit of a lead here. Here comes Ace Garcia, the number 27, as we got 4 wide back here. Ooh, Aaron Abel catches the wall just a little bit there. This track has a little bit of what I think I've heard called the Homestead stripe, as every now and then, if the conditions are right, the car will kind of scrape the wall either off of 2 or off of 4, but no harm, no foul really, unless you really hit it hard, because with these Indy cars, it can wind up pretty bad. But going for the race lead now, it's the number 99, Brad Stover, trying to go to the point here. He's got help on the inside from the 73, Chris Reynolds, 38, Logan Williams. But he's going to slip up there and allow the 73 of Chris Reynolds to get to the inside of that number 99 and move Chris Reynolds to the lead here on lap number 5. Like I said, though, he's got Logan Williams right behind him, and he's going to make a move right here. Williams to the inside. He's got help from the number 54 of Bradley Bradshaw. Looks like everyone but a couple cars are about fanned it down to 2 wide now. Got a little bit of 3 wide in some places, but they can make 3 wide work for the most part as long as they're careful. Usually 4 wide where you have to start to worry a little bit, but going for the race lead now, we have the number 52, Thomas Truxell, moving over to Durrani Racing. And that number 52, right behind him, that is Justin Zeidel. In the number 75 for Otter Island Motorsports, he's got a rookie behind him. That's the number 8. That's a Second Vision Motorsports car, driven by Tanner Parton. And right behind Hubert, that's the number 49, Angel Gutierrez. Now full-time in the Haas IndyCar Series, made an Indy 250 start last season and won the 2023 Indianapolis 250. So needless to say, the expectations are pretty high going into the season for Angel Gutierrez and that Trackhouse organization. But to the lead so far, it'll be exciting to see what Gutierrez can do this season. Speaking of high expectations, that is Christian Vargas in the 00, driving the same car that took Luna Lona to a championship last season for that Dog Pound Incorporated team. It's going to be interesting to see what Vargas can do. How about this? Avery Alford in the number 20, brand new team, BO Racing, owned by Bernardo de Oliveira. And leading laps here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Nice to see that. Right behind him, Richard Kingart. Welcome back. Wasn't in full-time in the Haas IndyCar Series last season, but he's back to full-time competition, driving the number 95 for Nathan Orman Motorsports. Oh, we got 3 wide for the race lead now as Nicholas Samadillo, Mr. Edge, power moves his way to the front. And now looking to make a move. How about Skylar Taylor and the number 50? And Zachary Fitzwater right behind him. Veteran and a rookie lined up on the inside. Oh, and you saw right there, Avery Alford just barely kind of tapped the wall there. Got himself a Homestead stripe. And like I said, that has cost him maybe a little bit momentum. No harm, no foul, really. And everyone stays straight. But to the lead goes the number 81 of Zachary Fitzwater for Dog Pound Incorporated. But he's going to slip up the track just a little bit there. Makes room for the number 41 of Angel Oliveira. It's got Brad Stover, the 99, right behind him. Stover has managed to get back down the inside and make his way back up towards the front. Yeah, you can kind of see it now. As the early stages go on, it's going to start looking like a cycle race, but you're also starting to see it is stringing out just a little bit. Got a couple cars fighting back here. Oh, Alford gets into the wall a little bit again. But now Trey Smith is going to go to the point, but here comes the number 73, Chris Reynolds, to the inside, and he's got Luna Lona right behind him, the reigning champion. Lona's going to stay in behind for the moment, but now is going to peek to the inside as Chris Reynolds slips up just a bit and opens the door for the number 16 to get to the inside. And now Luna Lona is going to go to the lead. Here comes Dylan Matthews in the 59 now trying to go for the race lead. Don't think he's had his turn up front yet tonight. Well, here he goes, trying to get by the number 16 Lona, and he's going to do so as they go into turn number 1. Jay Knapp right behind in the 98, also returning to the NS Racing team. Now he's going to go to the inside of Dylan Matthews, trying to get up to the top spot. Right behind him is the number 33 of Arda Baranowskis. And right behind Baranowskis, here back comes your pole setter back up to the front, Bruno Giacomo in the 24. Looking to push Baranowskis to the front and potentially even take the lead for himself. And he's going to try to do so. He's to the inside, got some 4 wide back here. Look out. I think we're all good. I think Luna Lona might have just barely scraped the wall, but no harm, no foul there. But yeah, we're really starting to see it now. The pack is starting to string out just a little bit as these tires start to wear. And it's also going to get a little bit more difficult to pass if you don't have a bunch of cars on the inside. But about halfway to this pit cycle, and about a quarter of the way through this race. And starting to see definitely a pretty sizable gap now. As starting to see pretty big size difference. Got a couple cars hugging the apron a little bit too much there. Got the 79 of Trey Smith, 73 of Chris Reynolds. No problems there though, as now to the race lead goes the number 97 of Aaron Abel. Looking to take that away. Now here comes the 75 of Justin Zeidel. Trying to take a peek down low. He's going to get there, and he's going to go right by, but Thomas Truxell is going to say otherwise. He's going to almost take them 3 wide for the lead, but Aaron Abel's going to slot in behind Justin Zeidel. And now move Thomas Truxell to the front. Still got a little bit of 3 wide here, as looks like that's Ace Garcia getting shuffled all the way to the outside. Got a couple cars trying to draft up to this kind of lead pack here. That's Luna Lona, Angel Gutierrez, Bradley Bradshaw. Looks like everyone is still in the draft, so everyone might still have a shot as of now, but once the pit cycle comes and goes, we'll really start to see who our race-winning contention cars will be. But Thomas Truxell kind of holding steady now with that race lead. They've single-filed out for the top 3. But maybe, just as I say that, Eder Baranowski is now going to try to go to the inside and get the race lead. And he's going to take it from the 52 of Thomas Truxell. But, and here goes the 98 of Jay Knapp to the inside. He took second away. Now he's going to try to take the lead away. Going for a twofer here. And it looks like he's going to be able to pull it off here. And then got some cars still trying to make it 3 wide. Thomas Truxell took it 3 wide. He's going to shuffle Matthew Hubert out of line. And is going to shuffle Eder Baranowski now out of line. That's going to send them to the back of this pack. Which it looks like everyone else has kind of gotten stringed back to. Back to Max Anderson, who's a little ways back. But like I said, still think he's part of the draft. Which is important here, especially in the Indy cars. But now going for the race lead. Wilmington had it, but here comes Luna Lona in the 16. I'm probably definitely going to miss a lot of passes for the lead this race. Especially when there's just so much going on right now. But now, Luna Lona trying to get the race lead. Wilmington actually holding pretty strong on that outside for now. But now, Lona has his teammate right behind him, the 54 Bradley Bradshaw. It's a Scuderia Team Velocitar 1-2 as they come across the line. And now Bradshaw's going to take it away. Lona slipped up way wide there, and so did the 54. That's allowing, I believe that is 27 Ace Garcia to get down to the inside. Braden Perez right behind him. Haven't really seen much of Perez so far tonight. Maybe just abiding by his time so far. And now he is going to try to take the race lead away here coming to lap 26. But he's going to get shuffled up to the middle by the number 79 of Trey Smith. And Trey Smith slips up a little bit there. Starting to get, into the wall. There goes the 27 of Ace Garcia. They're still going to be good, though. That's going to stack a couple people up. It's still so far so good. Now Brad Stover in the 99 going back for the race lead. Christian Vargas got both the Dog Pound Incorporated cars right behind him. How about that? Here comes Christian Vargas in the 00. To the inside. Oh, boy. Ace Garcia got really swirly there. Almost made contact. I think might have made contact with somebody else. Gonna slow a lot of these guys up. However, like I said, they should still be in the draft. They should be fine. But starting to kind of close in on that cycle of green flag pit stops. And like I said, this is where things are going to get very interesting here. And I guess one of the questions is, what time do you time your pit stop? Do you want to come in as early as you can, or do you want to stay out as late as you can? If I had to pick, I would probably try to come in. It's kind of a give or take situation, because you want to try to come in with as many cars as you can, because draft it here is so important, but also don't want to risk potentially getting into an accident getting on or off pit lane with so many cars coming in at the same time. So it's going to be interesting to see what these guys do as they get to that cycle. But whoa, Jay Knapp in the 98. All the way down into the paint. I think he had a pretty good save there. Whatever happened there, I'll put a replay somewhere on the screen, but oof. Jay Knapp may need a new fire suit when he comes into the pits for that cycle of pit stops. But Bradley Bradshaw out front now, getting passed by the number 55 of Noah Clifton. Clifton now driving the number 55 for Dracoan Racing. And now here comes the 97 Aaron Abel, followed by the 41 Angel Oliveira, Matthew Hubert. Justin Zidell on that inside lane. And now Angel Oliveira looks to the bottom to try and take that race lead away. As you got the lead pack, and then you've got all these guys that are kind of strung out but still in the draft and probably kind of just abiding their time. And wait until that cycle of pit stops arise, which is getting really close now. In just a couple of laps, we should see some of these guys start coming down pit road. But they're still not done racing, as Justin Zidell is going to go to the front. Now here comes Artur Baranowskis, who's going to just barely slip to the inside of that 75 and take that race lead away. But that allowed the 95 of Richard Kinghart to get down to the inside. He's got help behind him from John Andrews, Braden Perez. A bunch of those guys. Now John Andrews looking to take the race lead away. Kinghart tried to get down there, but John Andrews was already there. Down the back straightaway, Andrews is going to take the race lead away, and he's got Braden Perez right behind him. And whew, these guys are definitely going to have to be careful once we get to that cycle of pit stops if they stay like this, because if they stay like this, that's going to be pretty difficult to stay uniform and get down pit lane. Just have to see how things go. 23, John Stewart looking to the inside. And he, off of turn number 4, Jay Knapp's going to get to the inside, but I think Jay Knapp barely got that lap led. Yes, he did. Good stuff there from Jay Knapp, and now the pit window has opened. Have to see if anyone elects to come down this time. Got a lot of movement. Wonder if we might start seeing some guys coming down this time. Doesn't look like quite yet. No takers this lap. Angel Gutierrez actually led that lap at the flag. And here comes your pole sitter once again, the 24, Bruno Giacomo. Back down to the inside, but here comes the number 34, Brennan Wilmington. Now looking to the bottom. We'll see this lap. Does anybody elect to come in? I think we will. Yes, we do. Here we go. The pit cycle is underway. And we have Nicholas Samadio, Bruno Giacomo, Aaron Abel, Landon Smith Jr., Justin Zidell, Avery Alford, Angel Oliveira, Matthew Hubert, and Skylar Taylor is going to come down into the pit lane this time by. Kept it straight, but that definitely spread the field out a little bit. Now we'll have to see who comes down this time by. Chris Reynolds, Angel Gutierrez, John Stewart, Bradley Bradshaw. Really aggressive entry into pit lane for Bradshaw and Artur Baranowskis. And looks like most of everyone's going to come down this time. Got a couple cars still staying out an extra lap. Brennan Wilmington, Braden Perez, Thomas Troxel, Noah Clifton, Brad Stover, Christian Vargas, and Richard Kinghart. And here comes that first group off of pit lane, being led by Nicholas Samadio. And pit roads, and here comes the rest of the field. Pit road's going to be a pretty busy place here for the next lap or two. And now here comes the second group off, being led by the 73 of Chris Reynolds. I got a little bit close there, and this is another thing. Got a pretty aggressive pit exit, as drivers pretty much want to get to the racing line as quick as they can, and as second group comes out, it looks like Chris Reynolds might have the advantage for now over Nicholas Samadillo, but Samadillo's coming with a pretty big head of steam, and he's going to be in the draft of that 73. Here comes that second pack of cars off pit road, being led by Brennan Wilmington. And here comes Reynolds and Samadillo. Bump gearbox to wing, and oh boy, look out here, Samadillo. Ooh, Wilmington's in the way of Samadillo. That's going to hold him up. Chris Reynolds is going to drive away a little bit with the race lead, and Wilmington's going to hold on to second for now, and the caution is out. Caution's out on the racetrack. Oh, pretty big crash in turn number 3. That's Justin Zidell, I believe. John Andrews, Landon Smith Jr. That's Alder Baranowskis. And the caution flag is out on lap number 41 here at the Homestead-Miami Speedway. Like I said, got a pretty aggressive pit lane exit as well. I wonder if maybe somebody came up in front of somebody exiting the pits. I'll have to see what happened. But yeah, that's going to take a couple strong cars out of this thing. As we saw Justin Zidell. I think Landon Smith Jr. was involved in that. Yeah, John Andrews, tough break for him there. Justin Zidell in the 73. Definitely not the season opener that he would have wanted. But Chris Reynolds, after everything cycles out, is going to be the race leader. Looks like Brendan Wilmington strategy of staying out is going to pay out for him. He's going to be second. Samadillo's third. Angel Gutierrez fourth. Abel wound up in fifth. John Stewart sixth. Perez, Bradshaw, Troxel, and Clifton rounded out your top 10. But we'll go and quickly take a look at what brought us under our first caution of the night. And then we'll get you back to the racing action here at the Florida 100 from the Homestead-Miami Speedway. Well, I mentioned that the pit cycle could potentially cause some trouble for these guys. And Christian Vargas merging back onto the racetrack. And here comes the 79 of Trey Smith in a pretty heated battle with Zachary Fitzwater and others. Accidentally runs into the back of the 00, and that is going to spin Christian Vargas around and behind them. Zidell makes contact with Landon Smith Jr. and goes straight up into the outside wall, collecting John Andrews as well. Look at that airtime for Landon Smith Jr. and John Andrews as well. And real unfortunate break for all of these guys involved, as that's going to take Justin Zidell and John Andrews out of the race, and that's probably going to take guys like Landon Smith Jr. and Christian Vargas out of contention for this race win. But just, I guess, something that happens with the pit road here. Just one of those things. But we'll take a couple more looks at full speed, and we'll get you all back to your racing action here at the Florida 100 from the Homestead-Miami Speedway. Taking a look now at full speed, as you can see Vargas coming across the racetrack in just wrong place, wrong time there for Christian Vargas, Trey Smith, and pretty much all these other guys in this accident, especially John Andrews. He was just trying to get by on the outside. And here comes Justin Zidell and Landon Smith Jr. coming up the track, and there's absolutely nowhere for him to go. Yeah, like I said, that's going to take couple guys out of contention for this race victory. But luckily, it happened at the very tail end of pit cycle, so shouldn't have many shenanigans. But that will kind of shake up the standings a little bit, as leading them back to the line was the 73 Durrani Racing car of Chris Reynolds. And he will be the one that takes the green flag once we get this race back going. So we'll get you back to your live picture, and we will get this race back underway here from the Homestead-Miami Speedway. Welcome back to the Homestead-Miami Speedway. We're wrapping up our first caution of the evening, which is unfortunately going to be taking Justin Zeidel and John Andrews out of the race. Landon Smith Jr., who we saw was a part of that, is still on the racetrack. Have to see how quick he is after this. Probably will have some aero damage after that, so have to see if he potentially becomes an issue for these race leaders. But coming back to the green flag, your top five are going to be Chris Reynolds in the 73, Brennan Wilmington, Nicholas Samadillo, Angel Gutierrez, and Aaron Abel lead us back to the green. We're back racing here at the Homestead-Miami Speedway. Already, Nicholas Samadillo trying to get to the inside of Brennan Wilmington for the second position. Field got pretty strung out there on that restart. But with everyone still being on fresh tires, I'd say they'll probably get grouped together in no time. And big run through 3 and 4 for the race lead. Here comes Nicholas Samadillo in that number 88. Trying to start his season off with style. And right behind him, Angel Gutierrez trying to go 2 for 2 in his Haas IndyCar Series career. Right behind him, got 3 wide now as Troxel sneaks to the inside of Perez, who was trying to sneak to the inside of Chris Reynolds. And now move Troxel up to that podium place in third. And looking here, yeah, Landon Smith Jr. Not looking too fast now. And Christian Vargas might also have been in that. He's not looking too quick either. Tough break for those guys. But up front, Thomas Troxel potentially looking to take second away from Angel Gutierrez. Has come to the line. We've got 20 laps to go here from Homestead-Miami Speedway, but how fast these guys are going, that'll come and go pretty quickly here. So I'd say now's probably the time. If you want to be in contention, you got to probably make your way up to the front as Troxel goes for a move for second on the number 49, of Angel Gutierrez. Moves himself up to second as Samadillo almost pulling away with that race lead. And yeah, starting to see some 3 wide throughout the field again, as now Chris Reynolds is going to take second back away. Here comes the 41 of Angel Oliveira, Richard Kingart, Jay Knapp, all to the inside. And let's see if they can potentially run down Samadillo for that race lead. But Angel Oliveira is going to try to get to the inside of the 73 here for second. And it looks like he's going to stay to the inside. He's going to get it through turns 1 and 2. Jay Knapp putting Richard Kinghart there on the outside. He's trying to move up to third now, trying to get by Chris Reynolds. And he's going to do so. Brennan Wilmington's going to send it 3 wide. Ooh, slipped up just a bit. Is that going to allow Max Anderson? That is going to allow Max Anderson to get to the inside. But Zachary Fitzwater, he wants to try to move his way up towards the front. He makes it 3 wide. He goes to fourth. Now trying to go for third to the inside of Angel Oliveira. Power move there by the 81 of Zachary Fitzwater. Actually, and he's going to go for second now on Jay Knapp. Oh boy, if anyone has anything for Nicholas Samadillo, I think it's going to be the 81 of Zachary Fitzwater. These two are tied for the most wins here in the Haas IndyCar Series, and now they're going at it here late in the going here in the Florida 100 at Homestead-Miami Speedway. And here we go. Fitzwater closing up to the back bumper of Samadillo. Is he going to try to make a move off of turn number 4? Not quite yet, and don't look now. They're catching up to Landon Smith Jr. in that 25 with Christian Vargas not too much further ahead. Looks like everyone kind of knows this because they're trying to single file out just a little bit. They're all going to try to train to the inside of Landon Smith Jr., but this is where it's going to get dicey. Ooh. Luna Lona barely slips to the inside. That's going to hold up some of these guys a little bit. Angel Oliveira. Let's see, that's Max Anderson. They're all going to get held up by the number 25. But, for the race lead, here comes Zachary Fitzwater to the inside of Nicholas Samudio. But here comes Logan Williams. He's trying to spoil the party for these two. He's going to try to go for it himself with help from the 79 of Trace Smith. To the inside and move Logan Williams up to the point here at Homestead. But now we have Christian Vargas, Trace Smith. Power move to the inside. He takes it away. And now these guys are getting held up by Christian Vargas, Logan Williams, Zachary Fitzwater, Bruno Diacomo. Oh, I know Fitzwater's not going to be happy about this. Neither is Williams, Diacomo, Abel, Olvera, I believe, back there. And Trace Smith right now is gone for the race lead, but I don't know if that's exactly what he wants here. What he does want to see, though, is all these cars behind him battling, because that's just going to hinder their progress. It still looks like they're catching up to the number 79 as here comes rookie Tanner Parton trying to get the race lead. He's looking to the inside off of turn number 4. Here he goes for the race lead. Going on to lap number 57. 11 laps to go here at the Homestead-Miami Speedway. And now, starting to see who might be in contention for this race win. Chris Reynolds now dives to the inside. He takes the lead away, but slips up in 4. Here comes Thomas Troxel in the 52 now to the inside. But now, here comes your reigning champion, Luna Lona, trying to make it 3 wide for the lead. Lona's going to do so. Here comes Luna Lona to the bottom with 10 laps to go here in this race. But how about Richard Kinghart? Now to the inside, taking that race lead away, and here comes Angel Gutierrez trying to get to the bottom. They're 4 wide off of turn number 4. Troxel has to scrape the wall just a little bit, and he's going to bail out of that 4 wide. Probably a smart move by him. And for the lead, here comes John Stewart in the 23. Now looking to the inside of Angel Gutierrez. He's got Braden Perez right behind him. And now Perez is going to look to the inside through turn number 4. And now here comes Avery Alford in that number 20. Doesn't have enough momentum yet, but's going to get to the inside of Braden Perez anyway. Here comes Alford in the number 20. Right behind Alford, you got the 55 of Noah Clifton. He's got help behind him from Logan Williams. He's going to go to the inside now and take the race lead away. Williams right behind him, and now Williams looking to take it away. This race is going to come down to the wire. Got some more cars trying to join back up on this lead pack. Zachary Fitzwater's back up here. Angel Oliveira, Bruno Diacomo. These guys have managed to draft all the way back up here, and Trace Smith going for the race lead now on Logan Williams. They're 4 wide back there. Avery Alford getting cycled up to the outside. He's going to bail out of that probably. Going to cycle back down to 3 wide. 3 wide for the lead. Tanner Parton to the inside of Bradley Bradshaw and Trace Smith. Down the back straightaway, Luna Lona. Is Luna looking to make it 4 wide? Thought better of it. Slid back in line behind the number 8, and now Lona makes her move to the inside of Tanner Parton for the race lead. Ooh, Trace Smith got in the wall pretty good there. He lost a bunch of momentum. And now for the race lead, here comes the 81, Zachary Fitzwater, to the point here at Homestead, but he's got Angel Oliveira trying to challenge him to the inside, and here comes your pole sitter. Bruno Diacomo is back up here with just a couple of laps to go. Only question is it too early to make your move? And they're catching They're catching the 20. They're going to catch the 25 of Landon Smith Jr. again. They're going to catch him right now. Looks like Oliveira is going to get to the inside. Fitzwater's going to get stuck in behind the 25. A couple of these guys are Chris Reynolds, Noah Clifton, Richard Kehart. And coming to the line, we got 3 laps to go here from Homestead-Miami Speedway as Bruno Giacomo is going to take the race lead away, but now here comes the 13 of Max Anderson to the bottom. With a push from Brad Stover, Angel Gutierrez in tow. The 3 and 4, Stover's going to make a move down low. Now side by side down the front stretch. Brad Stover, Max Anderson. I don't know if they're going to catch Christian Vargas. It might be close. But now, here comes Angel Gutierrez trying to take the race lead away. 1.5 laps to go down the back straightaway. Braden Perez looking to potentially make a move. He's going to make that move down the back. He's got a push from Sam Adio, who's going to try to go for it himself. Coming off of turn number 4. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go here at Homestead. Sam Adio trying to defend Troxel on the bottom, but Troxel's going to blow that door open. Here comes Troxel on the 52 to the inside. Oh, they might catch Vargas in 3 and 4. Down the back stretch into 3 and 4 for the final time. Thomas trying to defend Bradley Bradshaw down low. Bradshaw's going to get there. Out of turn number 4, they're going to be side by side. Troxel gets held up. It's Bradley Bradshaw, who's going to get a win here at the Florida 100 here at Homestead. Use the 00 of Christian Vargas as a pick. And Bradley Bradshaw is going to get Scuderia Team Velocity their first win and their first ever start here in the Haas IndyCar Series. And boy, what a race that was. That was crazy. That was action-packed from start to photo finish here at Homestead-Miami Speedway. Oh my goodness. But taking a quick look through your finishing results, Bradley Bradshaw is going to get the win for Scuderia Team Velocity. No, Matt's definitely going to be happy about that. Thomas Troxel coming up oh so close in P2. And Bruno Giacomo from pole is going to round out your podium. Great run for him. And just keeps looking better and better so far this season for Bruno Giacomo. Excited to see what he can do tomorrow in the Cup Series race. Looking further on down the standings, Angel Oliveira is going to nab 4th, and John Stewart rounds out your top 5. Looking further on down, Nicholas Samadia, who led a little bit there on that last run, is going to come home 6th. Luna Lona, reigning champion, is going to come home 7th. Good start to the season for her. Brad Stover is going to come home in 8th. Chris Reynolds 9th, and Max Anderson is going to round out your top 10. But boy, I'll tell you what, if that says anything about how the rest of the season's going to go, we're in for a good one. I think that was a pretty good foundation and opening for this season. It's going to be a fun one here, and I'm really excited to see how this is going to play out. But that'll do it for today. Not quite done with festivities for this week. Tomorrow we got the Wawa Cup Series here from Homestead-Miami Speedway. It's the Wawa 400. And then we'll be back with more Haas IndyCar Series action a couple weeks from now for the California 100 at the Auto Club Speedway. Should go up on February 22nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I hope to see you all there. But once again, congratulations to Bradley Bradshaw and Scuderia Team Velocity. And I will see you all in California. You all take care and have a good one. Here are your point standings after race 1 on the season.